See that there's flavor in that pan. The sauce should be shining, should be looking at you and smiling. That was one of my first executive chef ever tell me. The sauce should be smiling at you, Gero. So if the sauce smile at you, you know the sauce is good.
Classic carbonara, the Italian way.
Hi guys, welcome to another Kucina video demonstration. So today I'm going to teach you how to make a classic version of carbonara, making it halal. Okay? So how do you make a classic version of halal carbonara? A little bit of olive oil inside. Okay? We're going to add a little bit of butter because we want to replace the fats that we lose from the original version. Of course, is having guanciale, or they use a little bit of pancetta, which is a high fat piece of cheek from the pig, obviously. So we are using turkey bacon. So I want to replace a little bit of the fat, so we add a bit of butter. So we're putting our turkey bacon to fry it up. Okay. Put up the heat a bit more. Okay. So the olive oil and the turkey bacon together with the butter. We're gonna let that cook. Let it get crispy. Get some flavor into the pan. And then we're gonna show you how to make it the classic version. Okay. So classic version, no cream. There is no cream in carbonara. They only put carbonara. The only reason why they put the cream in the carbonara is for it to be easier to serve. It will not go so dry so fast, and the sauce will just be able to, between the server and the customer, the sauce can have a little bit more extra sauce down there. Okay, that's why they're putting the cream. But if you go to Italy, the carbonara doesn't have any cream inside it. Okay, it's just only egg yolk. So what do? See now, nice and sizzling, getting a bit of flavor from the turkey bacon into the pan, and then we're going to deglaze again using our vegetable stock, or at home you're using your pasta water. I cannot emphasize enough that you need to use pasta water in every pasta that you have. Okay, so it's frying up nicely here. The olive oil and your cream is going to give you a little bit of base on your sauce. Okay, now it's sizzled. We got it there. So stop the cooking again. How to stop? Add your stock. A little bit. Okay. So it stops the cooking immediately. Okay, then it releases the flavor off on the bottom of the pan. Then you let it simmer there for a little bit. We can add a little bit of salt, not too much, just a bit, and a little bit of black pepper. Okay. And we're just going to let that reduce a little bit down to concentrate the flavor of the turkey bacon. And then from there, we're going to add our pasta. I'm going to finish it with some grana padano cheese and the egg yolk. When you put the egg yolk, that is where you need to get your technique right, because you don't want scrambled egg. Okay, no scrambled egg in the pasta. You need to reduce your heat, and you can actually switch off the heat and let the residual heat from the pan and the sauce to cook the egg slowly. Okay, and then we'll show you how you toss that to make it very silky and smooth. Okay, the sauce is ready. We put our pasta down. Add a little bit of heat, just a tad, just to warm it up. Okay, you can see the sauce is also becoming a little bit thicker. Okay, because we reduced it slightly, a little bit of the butter. So you have flavor. You can see that there's flavor in that pan. The sauce should be shining, should be looking at you and smiling. That was one of my first executive chef ever tell me. The sauce should be smiling at you, Gero. So if the sauce smile at you, you know the sauce is good. Okay? Alright. So add your pasta. The sauce, the pasta will want to absorb the sauce immediately. As you can see, it's taking it on. So again, you need to adjust. Add a little bit more stock for your pasta water. Adjust it, because you need to have sauce here for the egg, because once you add the egg, it wants to absorb very fast. Okay, so the egg will want to coagulate very quickly, and it will absorb. So you need to have some sauce there, otherwise it will go very dry and very sticky, which you don't want that. So let's add a little bit of cheese now. Take it off the heat. Add a little bit of grana padano. Okay, and I'm going to add some egg yolk. This is just egg yolk here. Okay, so I'm going to add around 1 to 2 egg yolks. Okay, there. Now you mix without putting the pasta pan on the heat. Okay, because you want it to emulsify together, and then you're going to add a bit of heat. So now I can see it's still watery. So now I put back on the heat to warm it up slightly, and always moving the pasta, because the egg will make it scramble. So keep on tossing until this sauce becomes thick and it will stick to the pasta. You always want the sauce to stick to the pasta. It should never be separate. Pasta should always have a little bit of sauce and to complement the pasta. It's not the other way around. You should not be a swimming pool of sauce in your plate. There should be no sauce on the bottom of your plate. It should be all emulsified together with the pasta. So keep on tossing, just moving it around on a slow heat. Okay, you can see it thickening up. Okay, you can't do this too fast. If you do it too fast, you will have a whole mess on your hands. So if you have gas at home, you just put it on a low gas. Don't put it on too high. Let the residual heat do the cooking. Now I can see it's coming together. It's coming a bit thicker. So keep on tossing your pasta and moving it. Okay, let's see it sit there for a while. This is why a lot of people, restaurants, do not make classic carbonara, because it's more tedious to make it and it's a little bit more in your technique. You need to have your technique really on point. Otherwise you can have a mess on your hands, and then during busy periods carbonara will be very, very messy. So okay, we are there now. You can see the pasta coming. I'll add the heat a little bit extra, a little bit more heat. You can't make it dry. There needs to be some sauce there. So just by tossing the pasta away from the heat, it's still cooking. You're still cooking it here. You can see? So the sauce is already absorbed. So the pasta has a shine to it. Pasta should always be shiny. If this pasta is dull, the sauce is not stuck to the pasta. Okay, it's separated. So it should be shiny. Okay, like this. See? So just by doing that, it's still cooking. Pasta is still cooking. It's absorbing the sauce. It's almost there. So when you eat, it will be very slippery. Okay, when you eat the spaghetti, you will just go through your lips. If it's dry, it will get stuck. So then the pasta is not right. Okay, we're ready. Let's do plating. So you can see why a lot of restaurants use the cream. Because if you're not fast, if you're not at the service time, this has to be served to the customer very quickly, because otherwise you will have a whole lump of pasta and egg on your plate, which you don't want. So this is why using cream, it slows down that factor and it's easier to serve. But that is not the correct carbonara. Carbonara, the real one is this version. And the sauce should be more yellow because you're using eggs. It should not be white. If it's white, you know it's all cream. So you can put the turkey bacon on top. Okay. Drizzle your sauce. All the balanced sauce is here. So keep it this way. Okay. Now we're going to finish it with pecorino. This is a Pecorino Romano from Rome. The carbonara is from the Rome region. Okay, this is where it comes from. Is where it started. So they use Pecorino Romano on top, which is a salty cheese. So some people say, why is the carbonara salty? It's because we use a little bit of this cheese to garnish, which is pecorino, okay, which is a stronger cheese than parmesan, okay. So this is the classic that we're supposed to use with carbonara. All right. So we put that. Finish it again with a little bit of garnish and fresh black pepper on top. And there you have the original classic carbonara halal version. We're using turkey bacon.